Hey, what is up, guys? CSGN here, back with another video today. This time talking about the top 10 players who I think could end up on the Madden 22 cover. Is this sort of me covering for the fact I don't really have any video ideas right now? Maybe, but people like top 10 lists. I like coming up with them, and we're going to do one right here. So, number one on this list, I have to now scroll back up. Number one, Aaron Rodgers for the Green Bay Packers. Why? Well, one, he's never actually been on the cover of Madden before, and I think the interest, sort of the talk about Aaron Rodgers, has never really been higher. Is he going to stay a Packer beyond this year? Doubtful. Or is Jordan Love going to take his spot next season? Probably. Lots of speculation, lots of hype around him, just coming off of MVP, sort of a resurgence for him. So I think that sort of makes a lot of sense. That's why Aaron Rodgers, number one on my list here. And then number two, Derrick Henry at the Tennessee Titans. He was in that supposed leak. I couldn't tell if that was a mock-up by a certain GameStop. I don't know. I don't really go to GameStops anymore. But right now, a lot of people would put their money on Derrick Henry being the cover athlete for Madden 22. League leader and rusher, has had some amazing plays in the playoffs the past couple seasons. Highlights that almost look like that would be the type of stuff that you would see it, and it was like, that could probably only happen in Madden. So that's why I think that's sort of the perfect fit right now. I think that's why he's number two right here, Derrick Henry, for the cover of Madden 22. Seems likely. I believe his jersey number is 22, so maybe that's going to happen. So then another guy here on this list is Aaron Donald for the Los Angeles Rams. Probably maybe the best player in football. Easily the most dominant player on defense at the very least. I think you can say that. This guy who's done, I believe, has done a lot of cross-promotional work with EA for Madden and all sorts of ads and things like that. So I think Aaron Donald is a guy that makes a lot of sense for them. Once again, another guy, big name, plays in LA. I think it just makes a lot of sense. Recognizable player, I think. Had a great season. The Rams, possible Super Bowl contenders. I don't know if they think about that sort of thing when they're picking the cover athlete. I don't know if it's something like where maybe they go to the Players Association and then there's guys who are interested in being on the cover. I'm not sure how the whole process of it works. I don't think we've ever gotten a clear picture of that, but Aaron Donald, I think, is just a great player, great ambassador for the league, an amazing player. I think he would make sense for the cover of Madden. Number four, Justin Herbert. And right now, I think out of all of the young quarterbacks that are in the NFL right now, not counting who's going to be drafted, he might be one of the most hyped, if not the most hyped young quarterback in the NFL right now. A lot of people sort of thought that was a terrible pick by the Chargers, but he won Offensive Rookie of the Year. Maybe he should have went to someone else that might be on this list. Who knows? But I think a lot of hype for him. I mean, if you're someone that, invests or buys sports cards, if you're ripping a pack of anything right now, you're hoping you get a Justin Herbert. That's over Joe Burrow right now, who I think is a little undervalued in the cards game right now. But we're not talking cards, we're talking Madden. And I think Justin Herbert, I think that'd be a really cool choice. Once again, another LA guy. So I think Justin Herbert, I think that'd be a cool way for them to go. Young quarterback. I believe the only other quarterback that's gotten on there in their sophomore year, if I'm correct, is Vince Young. I might be wrong on that one, so someone correct me on that. Now we move on here to number five. It's going to be another quarterback, another young quarterback here. Josh Allen for the Buffalo Bills. This guy put up MVP-like numbers last season, carried the Bills, him and Stephon Diggs, to the AFC Championship game, where they came up short against, I believe, the AFC Championship game. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure they were in the AFC Championship game. I just think makes a lot of sense. Super good team, super good player. The guy he's Cam Newton, people. You remember how good and fun Cam Newton was to watch? That's Josh Allen. Great play style, very Madden-esque, if you will, sorta. yeah, I like Josh Allen. I think he's a great player. I think he's finally really turned it around, hit that stride as a player. And I think the Madden cover would be really cool for him. So, and he's also the only NFL quarterback in the state of New York. That's a fact. So, number 6. This guy's been on the cover of Madden before. Tom Brady for the Buccaneers. You hate him. I hate him. Most NFL fans hate him. But yet somehow he plays in the Super Bowl seemingly every year. The same way you hate Madden, I hate Madden, and yet guess what? I'm going to be downloading it because I pre-ordered it a week before it came out, like I do every year, probably complaining about it. It's just what we do, people. Tom Brady, I know he's been on the cover before, but once again, just coming off a Super Bowl victory, I think that'd make a lot of sense for him, for them to put him on the cover of the game. So Tom Brady right there, number 6 on our list. So now, number 7, DeAndre Hopkins, best receiver in football. The guy's always just doing some crazy stuff that's just like, I can't believe someone just did that. Amazing athlete, great ambassador for the league, I think. I think those are certain things that they look for. The only thing that might trip them up on this is like if they have to show highlights. I don't know if they have enough Cardinal highlights. They'd have to show some Texans highlights, and there's the whole thing with that quarterback in Houston. Even though he's not a member of the team anymore, I don't know if that would hurt him or not, but maybe it will. Because there'd always be that elephant in the room, like, oh yeah, when you think DeAndre Hopkins, you think the quarterback that used to throw him the ball still over Kyler Murray, and I don't know if anyone wants to think about that right now. So that might dampen this one a little bit, but I still love to see DeAndre Hopkins on the cover. I think that'd be great for him to get. He's a great guy, great player, and I think that'd be really cool. So that's number 7, DeAndre Hopkins. Number 8, Dak Prescott. Dallas Cowboys quarterback. He finally got paid like a franchise player, and this would be also another, sort of thing that we could tie in with the game. He got paid like a franchise player, and Madden might finally be paying attention to franchise players after being underappreciated by EA, sort of like how Jerry Jones underappreciated Dak Prescott. See, it jives. It's like poetry. It rhymes, if you will. Also, there's just a lot of Cowboy fans who would probably be really happy about that. And I think you got to keep Cowboys fans kind of happy. You got to give them these little nuggets of happiness every now and then. Because they're not going to be happy about a lot. Certainly ain't going to be any playoff success in the future. I'll tell you that one right now. So that's number 8, Dak Prescott. I'm just messing with you Cowboys fans. Not really. Number 9, Justin Jefferson. If it wasn't for Justin Herbert breaking, the rookie touchdown record, I believe he broke that. If it wasn't for that, I think this guy would have taken Offensive Rookie of the Year. This guy broke a ton. I'm almost positive he broke almost all of Randy Moss's rookie records for receiving. Maybe not just in the NFL, maybe on the Minnesota Vikings. Maybe the Madden cover can be a consolation prize for him. I don't know if he would like that as much. I'm not sure. But I think clearly from this draft, non-quarterbacks and not Chase Young, I think Jefferson is clearly just maybe one of the best players in that last year's draft class who I wanted the Green Bay Packers to take, but they didn't because they took a quarterback. No wide receiver has made the kind of impact on the field that Jefferson did this past season since Randy Moss. I mean, the guy is just absolutely insane, and he's just going to keep getting better, I think. I think this guy's probably going to... I think you're looking at the future best wide receiver in the NFL as long as the Vikings have a quarterback that can keep getting him the ball. I think this guy's just going to be just an ultimate playmaker. Once again, another one of those guys that you could probably show off some superstar abilities with, MUT cards, that sort of stuff. You could probably do a dual cover. You can have the standard edition be Justin Jefferson, and the ultimate team, you get 10 MUT pack edition with him and Randy Moss or something like that. You have to think about that sort of stuff when EA makes these covers. I'm sure EA thinks about that. All right, how can we work this into Ultimate Team? It's just my guess. I'm not 100% sure. But number 9, Justin Jefferson. I think that'd be a great play. Number 10 here, It's going to be Russell Wilson. This one was kind of hard to come up with because I thought about Kyler Murray. Another guy I thought about even was actually Trevor Lawrence, but I think you at least want to make sure he can actually play in the league. We're pretty sure he can play in the league, but you just want to be 100% sure on that, and don't want to put him on the cover right away. But Russell Wilson, he may have never gotten a single vote for MVP, but maybe being on the cover of Madden would make up for that. Probably not. But Russell is definitely one of the top players in the league, one of the best quarterbacks. I think easily a top, in that upper echelon. When you think upper echelon, you're thinking like top 3. Clearly these are the best quarterbacks, these 3 guys. Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson, and then those guys are sort of interchangeable. And then you have that other tier of really good behind them. Russell Wilson is one of those guys, has been for a really long time now. You've heard about trade rumors with him. Are things starting to break apart in Seattle? I don't know. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. I'm sure that's going to be something that's going to be really talked about going into the season. You put him on the cover of Madden, you can sort of capitalize on that. You can sort of do the little ad where, you show his MUT special card and you swap through the jerseys and all the teams that have been linked to possibly trading him, things like that. You get a bunch of viral articles on how that gives Seahawks fans a scare or something like that, that sort of stuff. But yeah, I think Russell Wilson would be another really good choice, another guy that hasn't been on the cover of this of Madden before. So yeah, Russell Wilson, cover of Madden, I think that'd be pretty cool. So that is the top 10 list. I'm sure I'm left off players that people thought should have been on here. Guys I thought about was possibly Baker Mayfield. Dalvin Cook is a guy I thought about. Like I said, Trevor Lawrence is a guy I gave thought to. George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey, Alvin Kamara, Saquon Barkley. Those are sorts of players that I thought about putting on here. Not too many other defensive players. Maybe Jair Alexander's a guy I thought about as well. Want to put those cornerbacks on there. Hasn't been one since Richard Sherman. So that's a guy I gave some thoughts to. But yeah, just sort of have no one else I could think of. I think that's sort of the perfect 10. I think those are the 10, some of the 10 best players in the league right now. And yeah, so I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Leave a comment below of someone who maybe you think I left out, who you think should be on the cover of Madden. Don't like my list? Tell me why you didn't like my list. So there's all that sort of stuff. You can do that here in the comment section. Hit me up on Twitter if you want to yell at me about that. The link is below. Leave a like, hit subscribe for more of these types of videos as we get closer to Madden 22. This isn't me wrapping it up with Madden 21 content. Expect more of that stuff coming forward. The game just isn't as fun to play anymore, and I thought this would be a fun video to do. So I want to thank all of you for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.